Hello, everyone. Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome to episode 5 of the best tech podcast in all the land. No issues.
Smooth sailing. Never been an issue here in our lives.
Super smooth. How's everyone doing? How are you doing, Bewick? Talk to me.
I'm good, dude. Well, it's been a long week, you know? How are you doing?
It's been good, dude. Before this, don't roast me at all, but I went Halloween shopping again. Little last minute.
All right, guys. It's been a good podcast. Be sure to check us out on MySpace.
little last minute, Halloween shopping.
Minute.
But I also went to Starbucks, okay? And this is when it gets really spicy because I had a great experience there because I got the strawberry acai refresher. Are you a Starbucks guy? Don't laugh.
Yeah, but I just get like black coffee, dude.
Just black coffee? No.
Yeah.
You guys just ordering coffee or are you ordering the fun stuff like I am? Strawberry acai refresher. And this time I got a coconut lime bar and it was so good.
Wow, that sounds fancy. I don't think I've had that.
It was really good. It was like a coconut cake with like a lime sort of frosting. It was really good. So good.
Are you going to do a series on like remaking Starbucks desserts at home?
Ooh, I wasn't going to.
There you go.
I kind of want to.
A little second channel stuff.
It was very sweet. Yeah, you guys are right. It was very sweet. By the way, for all the Spotify listeners, we do this podcast every single Friday. Thursday, we do this podcast. We do this podcast every Thursday. I don't even know what day it is, okay?
What is happening today?
We're lost.
Is Mercury in Gatorade again? Is that what's going on?
I don't know. Oh my God. We do this podcast every Thursday on youtube.com/NintenTalk. And then the next day it is uploaded to you beautiful people over on Spotify. Also, the people in the chat, the people on Spotify, this episode is going to be a little bit different video-wise. We're going to have a little, visual aids and stuff. So we'll have a few segments that we're going to try to translate well podcast-wise. But, you might want to check out the video. So
we'll do our best. We do our best.
Yeah. The poll right now, guys, go vote on it. Do you play PC games? Bewick, you play PC games? I know we're doing this kind of out of order, but...
Absolutely. I didn't start playing PC games until like probably the last couple years, honestly.
Okay.
I always like grew up on consoles. I had like a few friends that played PC and tried to get me into PC for years. And I didn't like thinking about using a keyboard and mouse. Like that seemed weird to me.
Yeah.
I liked controllers. Controllers felt a lot more intuitive and stuff like that, but I definitely play a lot more PC games. I wouldn't say I play more PC games now than I do console games still, but I play a lot more for sure.
Yeah, I gotta say that I'm like kind of new to the PC scene. Like I back in the day I played like Roller Coaster Tycoon, Sims, like all the classic games, but I never owned like a powerful enough PC to play like some of the more intense games. I gotta say, dude, like I'm on Steam and you're seeing games that like are on Nintendo Switch like $30-$40, but now you're seeing them on Steam for like $4, sometimes $10.
Way cheaper, yeah, and they run better.
Yeah, they run
look
better.
Visually a lot better. You can add more mods to them if you want.
Yep.
Like if that's the way you want to go, you can't beat a PC as far as performance is the problem. If it looked a lot worse, it'd be harder to justify it, but they look so good.
Are you like super in tune with like tech and stuff? Like I'm totally not.
Clearly, as you can tell from the start of this podcast, we are very tech savvy.
Because I was going to say, like, what if someone in the chat was like, okay, I want to dive in to PC games and maybe play like Stardew, nothing crazy, but like you can enter that pretty easily, like cheap wise. I mean, not super cheap.
I mean,
like,
Stardew is not like the most graphically intense game. I wouldn't even consider Stardew to be like a PC game. Like when you say PC games, I'm thinking like, gosh, I don't know, something like Fortnite where it's a little bit more intense, which isn't even really that intense, or like Halo,
League of Legends.
PC.
That's a big one.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. Not something like Stardew. That's easy.
Yeah.
You run that on like a laptop.
Yeah. The reason why we're talking about PC games, guys, is because there is a game that is out. It actually just came out today, which is perfect timing for us. And we got to talk about this game, okay? So let me go real quick. I know we're super fancy today. This game is called Dinkum, okay? Dinkum.
I'm so excited for this.
I mean, besides the awful name, this game, like,
it's probably like an Australian thing.
Besides the awful name, this game looks legit. Like, it looks like a cross between AC and, like, I hate saying that. Like, every game is freaking Dinkum, Stardew, and stuff. But, like,
right.
This game looks legit, and we both picked it up. You like it? You like it so far? You've actually played it.
I played a little bit. I got to play a little bit today. I have not gotten to this jet ski part. It just showed on that trailer running around on some jet skis. That looks like a ton of fun.
Yep.
But yeah, it looks awesome. It plays really nice. The camera, it's like 360 cam.
Mm-hmm.
There's tons of different animals on there. The harvesting's nice. I mean, and I love the graphics too. I know you might not be as big a fan as like the ground is very square, like Minecrafty looking.
Yeah. For all the Spotify listeners, we actually have it pulled up right now, and I'm seeing a lot of mixed. Feelings in the chat. Like, I like the graphics, I don't like the graphics, and you like them. Okay.
I love the graphics. I mean, it's not that far off of AC, which everybody loves, right? Off of Animal Crossing. Like, it's not that big of a difference.
No.
It's a lot more blocky because of the style of like how you do things and plant things and build things and stuff like that and harvest things. But
yeah,
once you get into it, the game feels amazing. It feels a lot better than the trailer looks, in my opinion.
By the way, Kara with the 2 says, "Love this podcast. So happy to finally watch live. Thank you so much." Yeah. So this game right now, and this is PC only. Unfortunately, that's why we have that poll. This is definitely going to come to consoles. There's no way. I mean, just the genre.
You think so?
I think so. But here's why I say this. The genre, first of all, and the second thing is that it already has controller support. Like, you can plug in a controller and play it. So
yeah,
I think because it is a small team here. Is it one guy? Is it just one guy?
I don't know. I don't know how many people are on the dev team, but
yeah. I think that you have to, like, nowadays, a game like this, you have to bring to consoles. But it might be a year or two, before it.
Yeah, it might be. I mean, if you have a PC, I would highly recommend checking this out. It's got everything that AC has that from what I've noticed. If you do like games like Animal Crossing or Stardew, it has everything it has. The graphics I like this style personally better than Stardew.
Mm-hmm.
I know Stardew is a really cool style in my opinion, but
yeah.
I do prefer like this kind of style, art wise at least. And there's so much more. I mean, they're running around on jet skis.
Yeah, there's a lot you can do, and like, so I've been watching some creators cover this. I know that Tagback has been doing some streams, and I've been really enjoying them. And then a couple other Play with Josh, I think, is another channel that's doing it. And I mean, I've been just like hooked on watching this. I actually picked it up today. It's on Steam, $17.99. There's like a little launch sale, I think, of like 10%.
10%, yeah.
You can catch bugs, you can fish, you can donate things to the museum, you can,
yeah.
If you play AC, I think you're gonna, be right at home. Graphic wise, I do like some elements of it. Some of it kind of looks like Minecraft, Dragon Quest Builders, something like that. But the cool thing is, like, it's set in like this Australian, sort of thing, and like alligators are attacking you, friggin', like, so you gotta.
There's sharks that go in the water. There's jellyfish that attack you. You actually have a stamina bar too, which some people might not like. You do have to like eat food to make sure you're all right.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. You can run out of stamina and eventually pass out, but
yep.
But yeah, I've loved it so far.
So it released early access, so like, it's probably going to be getting updates and things like that. And Mr. Bewick, it has online multiplayer. So like,
it does have online multiplayer.
We doing
so there is like there's hunting, there's fishing, like running around. I mean, I'm not gonna say no.
I'm not gonna say no, but it's kind of cool, like the fact that you and I, we like one of us could be like the hunter and gatherer, and then one of us could like work on the farm and stuff.
One can be building back at the base and stuff like that, and yeah. I love that aspect of it.
I mean, there's also things like you can have like farm animals and stuff. So it's one of those games that we talked about this. Was it last episode or 2 episodes ago, of just the amount of farming games, but like something like this, and this is me saying this. I would never cover a PC game, especially on a Nintendo podcast, but because of our audience, because of, the people that are watching this, I feel like this game, if you got a PC or like, I don't know, Dinkum, awful name. What does that even mean?
Dinkum means genuine, honest, or true.
Genuine, honest, or true?
Yeah, okay. Truly, honestly. Right. Often used with fair.
Oh, and the best part is there's actually, so they have like traveling villagers, I guess, sort of like Sahara or something.
Like merchants.
Yeah, like traveling merchants and stuff. And the merchant that you buy animals from, his name is Erwin.
Yeah, that was a cute shout.
I like that.
And that's really cool. I think that's awesome.
So, actually, I might be covering this. We might be doing some streams and just checking it out because this looks amazing. I don't know.
Extra scoop, double Dinkum stream. I love it.
Don't say double Dinkum ever again. I don't want to hear double Dinkum.
It looks awesome. I'm definitely gonna play this. I'm gonna play probably a lot more than I think I'm going to. Even. I mean, you can customize everything. There's even that aspect. It's not just like you're in here hunting, gathering. Like you're building up a whole farm, all kinds of crops. There's so much to it.
Yeah. So I don't know. I wanted to talk about that one. And all right, let's get to the first scoop here. Talking today about Kirby's Bewick, the Game of the Year contender. Kirby's
No way, dude.
Kirby's Dream Buffet was stealth dropped out of nowhere by Nintendo. It is a 4-player online obstacle course, mini game sort of thing. I don't know. They said it's coming out this summer. Like, what's your first thoughts on this?
I mean, if we can get a lot of people in here now, the thing is if you look at the game, it says 4 players, right? It says you can play with 4 people, but if you watch them all playing, there's like 8 or so people in there, right? There's bigger lobbies, so hopefully we can get more people in there to play with us, and we can get a big group going. That would be a ton of fun. I am curious to see how much this is going to be, especially when people are comparing it a lot to Fall Guys and stuff like that.
That's the thing. It's like, dude, Fall Guys just released on the Switch, so like,
right.
The thing
that is
like,
kind of weird timing, huh?
The thing is, it is weird time. I don't think they planned this. Nintendo is not. They're definitely not one to. You think they really planned this? Be like, there's no way, dude.
I don't know why they would. They're not competing with Fall Guys.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, if this launches at like $9.99 or like any honestly any price, that's kind of like a miss on their part. Like, I don't know. I don't see them releasing it that cheap. This is gonna be like at least $30, I think. Really? No way.
You think it's gonna be $10?
Got in the chat, you guys have seen Kirby's Dream Buffet. Like, what would you realistically, if they charged, what would it be? Now, here's the thing. The reason why I'm kind of skeptical whether or not it's free or not, well, they did say like it will be sold at retail, so already it's not going to be free. But they have put out like a free Kirby game before. Kirby's Clash or something? Kirby Clash? Super Kirby Clash, I think it's called.
Something like that.
And it's free, but like, I don't know, like an online, and by the way, it's only four players, which like,
that's what I don't understand. Why are there so many people in the lobbies if it says it's gonna be 4 on the website? Maybe it's for local play 4 people.
I think the little trailer with all the like Waddle Dees rolling around, I think those were computers.
Wow. So it's gonna be only 4 people can join in, but have a bunch of computer people. You think?
I think so.
That would be lame.
I think so.
That would be a massive disappointment, especially.
Wow.
Especially when there are games like Fall Guys out there where you can get 60 people in a lobby, custom matches, and we don't know if this is going to be that style of game, right? Mm-hmm. But everybody's linking the two together, thinking it's going to be a big obstacle course kind of thing. So when there's games like Fall Guys that are free to play, and you can get that many people in, you can get most of your community in throughout a whole stream or something if you want. Mm-hmm. There's no way someone's going to lean more towards Kirby to play that if it's that same style of game. I mean, the Nintendo aspect of it is sweet, but there's no way I'd pick that without getting everybody else involved.
And I'm kind of surprised here because we're seeing 30 to 40. I'm really surprised, guys. $30 to $40, 20 to 30, 15-ish. That's kind of where I stand. 20, but should be free, or $5, $15. Interesting. I think a game like this, an online game, as a gamer, I'm like programmed to expect this to be free, but since it's Nintendo, it won't be. I think that's a
I'm willing
miss.
to place some kind of bet on the fact it's not going to be free.
Oh, I think it's going to be paid too, but I kind of think
no
they
way.
missed on this. Like,
but the Nintendo doesn't really go the style of here. This is free to play, and there's going to be like Fall Guys has. And I really don't want to tie it to Fall Guys because everybody's assuming it's going to be that style of game, right?
Yeah.
But maybe it's not. Maybe it is different in some way, and we don't know yet. It looks so much like Fall Guys with like the stage setup and how they're running through obstacles and stuff like that. It kind of strikes me as like Mario Party-esque, kind of with like mini games and stuff, right? Like you got the one where they fill up and then the big one comes down. Whoever's the heaviest wins. There's that kind of stuff. So it looks really cool, but I don't know. I'll definitely be playing it for sure. It looks like a ton of fun, but it being free, they never really go the route of here's a free game and here's a bunch of microtransaction skins you can get. They're not going to have like a huge crossover as far as that goes.
So, and here's the only thing we know. Okay, I'm assuming it's going to be paid because on the press release they said something about like will be sold at retail. It's not going to get a physical release, but you will see like maybe like a download card or something like at a Target or something. There is obstacle courses. The whole premise of this game though, which I think is super cute, is that I don't even know necessarily if the winner of the obstacle course wins. Cause like the whole premise is to eat strawberries. And like the fattest Kirby wins. Like you even see it at the end with like the Kirby on the scale or whatever. And then, you know, so yeah, it's an interesting premise, but I think with Fall Guys so close, and I'm going to say it again, I think it loses a bit of steam because if this is $10, that is a barrier. Okay. I think Nintendo, they have a few franchises that I really think they should try the free model on. And the number one franchise I think is Splatoon, because you got an online shooter in a game that has so many cosmetics. Like, I feel like that one's kind of like a no-brainer.
That would be cool. All kinds of different hair and clothes and the guns and stuff like that. Yeah. They could sell all that stuff for sure.
Like imagine, killing. People just downloading that game for free, sort of like a Fortnite. That's why Fortnite is so popular.
Right.
You know?
Right. Well, it's the same with Fall Guys, right? They have the skin. I mean, those are both epic, right? But, they have the skin model and like that kind of thing where it's free and then you get all the skins. So, I mean, what other games would you expect them to go free to play on?
I mean, Splatoon is one, and then one that would never happen but is set up is Mario Kart, but they'll never do it because they make too much money on it.
Oh, yeah. They make way too much.
But, dude, okay, here's the thing. Imagine a Mario Kart where the free version, you're just like a Mario or like a Toad or something. Right. And then every day you're seeing Nintendo skins and like Nintendo vehicles and stuff. Like for you, would you rather just have... I don't know. Like, would you rather have like a free to play game or like a full
So the question is like a free-to-play game and get a bunch of skins that you can buy, a lot of cosmetics that you can buy, or would I rather have
sort of like a racing battle pass or something?
That's tough. I would love the temptation of those games is so brutal. You see a skin you want in Fall Guys, you feel dumb, but you gotta buy it, right? You're like I saw Master Chief, like the Master Chief skin in Fall Guys came, and I was like, I have to have Master Chief. I'm not gonna not have that, you know. And then it adds up. You can't just buy just the skin. You got to buy enough coins or V-Bucks or whatever it is to get the Pat skin, you know. So
yeah, let's get a Pat skin.
I don't know.
And Inky brings up a good point. Potentially, you're paying more for free to play, and I do agree with that. But here's the other thing is like your modern Nintendo game, right? You have the $60 release, US anyway, and then you're probably getting a $30 expansion, you know, similar to Animal Crossing and you know, Xenoblade and stuff like that. So it's like a $90 game or like a free to play, but potentially you could spend hundreds, you know, like
I mean, you're not getting out of like Fortnite or something like that as much as you would like get into a game like that and think I'm only going to get this and I don't have to pay for it. You're going to see a skin that is from your favorite show or from your favorite movie or some kind of nostalgia trip. And you're going to pick that thing up and it's going to cost you money and it's going to keep happening. Like it just happens. Once you buy one skin, it's like,
oh, it's over.
It's terrible. Yeah.
Like, I don't want free to play Mario Kart, by the way. Like,
right.
How can you turn down any of those? Like any skin, you can't turn them down.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, that's rough. By the way, our poll, 51% say no, they don't play PC games, and 48% say they do. That's the closest poll we've ever had.
Wow. Okay.
That's very surprising.
Well, I think the a PC is so expensive to get into. Like, I mean, you don't have to spend a lot to have a nice PC, but if you want something that's gonna last you a bit, it's definitely putting like fronting up a lot of money.
Yeah.
And the Switch is what, $300? So. Yeah.
So anyway, Kirby's Dream Buffet, that was a nice surprise. That was like a total Twitter drop, and that is coming out summer. Which Bewick, I don't know about you, but I think it's
summer's almost over. Hopefully, please. It's 100 degrees. So I know I have a sweatshirt on, but the AC's on. Okay.
Realistically, like when does this come out? You think this month or do you think next month?
I'd say, what is it? The 14th. Gosh, 2 weeks would be awesome. I would say probably August. I don't know why, but I think August. The other thing is they have that controller and the little case that come with it. Those look pretty cool. Those are nice looking. It's like those. Split blue and pink. It's got Kirby on there.
Yep.
Those look really nice.
So I mean, I'll try it out, but I think anything over 15 is a miss. I think it's
over $15.
Yeah. I think price point. Yeah. I think $14.99 would be nice. $9.99 would be nice. But yeah, I don't know. 4-player multiplayer game. I don't know. Dessert themes?
It'd be nice. It'd be nice to have a lot more people in there. You in the dessert theme. If it's dessert themed, if you guys want to sell anything to Pat, make it dessert themed, and he's in.
Dessert themed, 100%. Halloween themed. That's it.
Yeah, the Halloween desserts.
That's it.
Easy cash.
Speaking of Nintendo Twitter drops, we have. Bewick is super excited about this. Bayonetta 3.
My favorite series franchise of all time.
The trailer released, and it came with some goodies like the release date, which is October 28th. This makes a lot of sense because Bayonetta is a witch. So I'm all for that. Bayonetta 3. Let me know in the chat if you are excited about that one, if you're going to get it. Bewick, talk to me. Does this... I'm assuming you're not interested in this one.
I'm not the big... I don't think I've played a single Bayonetta game, if I'm honest.
Okay.
I mean, it looks incredible. Like, the gameplay looks incredible. These are the games... These are the games that we kind of talked about, like, with... when we did our mini direct coverage, it's kind of like... These games look awesome, and it looks like I would... they're super interesting to me.
Yeah.
I would love to try it, but I never end up getting into it, or I get into it and it's never like what I thought. It does look awesome graphically, and I've heard nothing but positive things about Bayonetta games. I know everybody was excited about this. I know like the Bayonetta community, Nintendo community is super pumped about that. I have a lot of friends that love these kinds of games too, but me personally, I don't know. Maybe I give this one a try, and then I end up going back and checking them out. What do you think? Are you stoked for this?
I am actually excited about this game. This isn't my normal type of game. If anyone is new, like to Bayonetta, you don't know what the heck Bayonetta is. It's essentially like Devil May Cry. So it's like it's a hack and slash sort of game. The story is insane. Like it's so over the top with the characters and everything. I will say, I played Bayonetta 2 on the Wii U, and
great console.
I love it. Don't dog my Wii U, man. We'll box right now. Bayonetta 2 is a top 3 game on the Wii U. It's really good. It's super good. So yeah, Bayonetta 3. It looks really good. I mean, I don't know. There's a couple people in the chat that are excited about it. So with that announcement, October 28th. So we kind of have, that's going to be our October game.
Mm-hmm.
Bayonetta 2 physically is already on the Switch, and I believe it comes with Bayonetta 1 digitally. But they also announced that Bayonetta 1 is going to get a physical version. So any collectors out there, you can have like the whole set, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that's something that would make me get this game, honestly.
What, more, that you can get more physicals?
Yeah, that'd be a lot cooler to me.
Also, a Spicy Special Edition was announced, similar to Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Has a giant art book. I mean, those special editions, guys, if like as a collector, those special editions triple, quadruple in price like within a year. I'm not telling you guys to flip them. I'm just saying, like, people want them. These are highly coveted.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Especially the big box games you're getting with all the art and the music and everything in there. People love that stuff.
And then I thought this was very interesting. Okay, so Bayonetta is a very mature game. It's a lot.
What are there?
What isn't there in these games? So they're very just like kids. They're not for kids, really. I mean, they show everything, mostly everything. But there is a filter for this game. It's like you can turn off it's like lewd mode, I think. So like they say that you can actually play this game in your living room in front of people. So like if Bayonetta is like half naked, you can turn on lewd mode or whatever, and like she's fine. She like has full clothing on. So
yeah.
It seems like they're trying to put this in more people's hands, I guess, because a lot of people are turned off by that, or they don't want to play that in front of their kids or whatever. But I mean, I wouldn't play Bayonetta in front of your kids, but now you can with covering up a bit.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. So yeah, that is October 28th. And here's the thing. I like when they do this, but like they've also released, I think Luigi's Mansion came out on Halloween. And I was super mad about that because like, it seems like a cute idea, but like I'm not going to be able to play it that day. And then, Halloween passes and then I'm like, Yeah,
now we're into Thanksgiving or whatever, moving on to other holidays, and it's like
luckily this one
I'm over the spooky.
Yeah, like luckily this one isn't super Halloween. Like she's just a witch and stuff, but I thought that was interesting.
Luckily you start celebrating Halloween in July and you don't stop until next July. So luckily there's weirdos like you that, ridiculously celebrate Halloween for some reason.
Actually it's June.
110 out.
Yeah, it's
you start in June.
Yeah, start in June.
Oh, sorry.
And actually this year
the Halloweenies start Halloween in June.
Actually, this year I went out in March to do Halloween thrift shopping. So March to November, it don't stop.
Stop it.
I take a little break.
Get some help.
I take a little break.
Ridiculous.
So with this, and I think this is the thing that people really want to talk about and really want to know. Nintendo straight up dropped a first-party game in Kirby, and then another, info about another first-party game in Bayonetta. What do you think this means for the possibility of a summer direct? Because there are still people that think that we're going to get a direct very soon, and I just don't see it. But what are your thoughts on it?
Well, the other thing is, I don't know if a lot of you have noticed. I know I sent a few to you back and forth, but they also dropped. What did they drop? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different. So they have Alive, or that was like a sketch art thing they dropped today. A Fall Guys games event trailer, which that's already been out, but they had dropped Bravery and Greed, XEL launch trailer, Growbot launch trailer, and a Demon Slayer trailer as well on Nintendo's YouTube today. Not like brand new announcement, but dropping 6 different videos like that in one day. Do you think they're kind of shifting away from a direct? Is it kind of buying them some time?
I don't think we're gonna get a direct. I don't think we're gonna get a direct until mid-September, something around there. We'll get a fall direct.
That's what I was thinking, is September.
Yeah. Fall direct. But
don't air quotes fall if you're gonna celebrate Halloween right now.
Well, they're really weird with their timing. Like, why would you announce a game?
So are you.
Listen, I don't care. I don't got millions of people waiting for announcements from me.
There are millions of people in here right now. What are you talking about?
Thank you. 2 million in the live chat. Thank you guys so much. Direct is not going to happen. Direct is not going to happen in the summer. It's just, this is a huge tell. And I wouldn't be surprised. Guys, by the way, I didn't know if you noticed, but Buick, for the last 2 shows, Nintendo has tweeted out something while we're streaming.
Dude, are we going to get a tweet today?
Will we get a tweet today, guys? Please let us know, because
last week was Pokemon puzzle whatever.
Pokemon Puzzle League is the new N64 game coming, and then the week before that
actually dropped today, I believe. I think it's out today.
Ooh, I love that game. And that's so weird too, because literally we had a question that said, like, hey guys, can you recommend any puzzle games? You remember that?
Yeah, I know. So and then they dropped it.
That was weird. And then last week they gave us an announcement, or the week before that they gave us an announcement on Genesis games that were coming, like the
right.
So yeah. I don't know, guys. Check Twitter. Like they might drop it maybe at like 9 or something.
Yeah, right when we say, "All right, guys, peace." That's when we're gonna get an announcement.
Yeah, but okay. Here's my prediction. All right, I don't like making predictions, but I'm pretty confident about this. We got Bayonetta 3, Kirby. The next Twitter announcement, you heard it here first, is going to be the next course pass for Mario Kart. It's gonna happen.
You think so? That's gonna be their next big announcement.
It's gonna come soon. They're gonna give it to us and say, oh, in a few days you can play it. And I think we're gonna get some favorites. And we'll get 4 more courses. Here's the thing: they have 6 waves of these, and they end at the end of 2023. Are you gonna release 6 of them next year? Like, they have to start releasing them.
All right. When was the last one dropped? It's been a while, huh?
Spring. It's been a while. It's been a while.
So if they split them out 3 a year,
yeah.
So we're gonna have 2 more drops then. If we have 2 more drops, there's got to be one coming real soon because they got to split that up.
Okay, someone said April, or April or March or something. Caitlin, I want Waluigi Pinball too. That's like my top one right now. I love that course. But yeah, I mean, it only makes sense. So like spring, summer, maybe after that it's winter. So you have 3 this year, right. 3 next year. That's a pretty good balance right there. I do think it's coming soon. And I love it, man. I said last time, you thought I was all crazy, but Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is one of the best games. I won't do a top 3, top 5. It is one of the best games on Switch, bar none. And when new courses are announced, everyone drops what they're doing and plays it.
Everyone drops and starts playing it for sure, but I feel like it burns out so fast.
It does burn out.
Do you know anybody that's playing Mario Kart right now?
No, absolutely not. But, for like 2 weekends, it's fun.
Yeah, that 2 weekends justifies one of the best games on Switch. I don't know.
Well, here's also the thing. We've had this game since 2015. So, like...
Yeah, and they're still putting stuff out for it, which is nice.
I can kind of get why people are sick of it, but, when new stuff comes out, they eat it up. So
I wish they would do the... why don't they do the Smash... like the Smash way of doing things, where they bring in all these different collabs, they get all these different characters. Why not bring that to Mario Kart? That would be awesome.
That's
a game that everybody plays. Everybody would buy the fighter pack. You just do a racer pack, right?
Yep.
Everybody would play that way more often because everybody knows what Mario Kart is. Not everybody is good enough at Smash to pick it up and start playing all these characters and all that.
I hope they go into that where it's like it becomes Nintendo Kart. I've been pushing for this for a while now. Like, why can't we have Tom Nook driving around? Why can't we have Metroid driving around? We have Zelda. We have the Inklings. We have Animal Crossing Villagers. Like, I think it's time. Just go all in. And here's the thing. Look at the characters that we have now. Baby Mario, Baby Luigi. Like, get those out of there. Get the friggin' Bowser ones out of there. Like, not Bowser, but like his little minions.
Right.
We have like Metal Mario. Like, come on. Give us original characters. And you know, I think it'd be really cool. So that's my prediction. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, my spicy take is going to be I'm going to just agree with you because I don't think we're going to get anything. I don't think we're going to get anything very soon as far as Direct goes. My original thought was September once we got the mini Direct. Late August at best.
Yep.
But I'm thinking September for sure, especially getting ramped up for the holidays. We're going to start seeing more and more come out. As they try to cram things in for the end of the year, so
yeah, it should be super exciting. I don't know. Part of me likes some sick part of me likes when they do this stuff though, because it's like, oh, you wake up to like a new announcement or something, especially if it's a worthy announcement, because like they're always going to drop trailers of third-party games and indie games. Like that's never going to change, and that they dropped 6 videos today or something.
Yeah, I am like, as I play more and more games, the more and more I'm so much into indie games. They're so different. They take more risk because they're allowed to. They don't have a big a big developer telling them what to do. Yep. They're not like being led by all these different corporate things that they have to follow and meet and stuff. Yeah. And indie games can take all those risks and they end up paying off because they're so good and they're cheaper. Like, everything about indie games. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. Good.
And a lot of the indie games coming out are games that are inspired by like classic Nintendo games. So like, it's like if you're wanting the next Zelda or whatever, you can have like a little Moonlighter game or, something like Tunic or something where it's like closer to that. So I love indie games. I started the game late, probably like 2017, playing indie games like seriously, but I think it's amazing. Guys, if you have any sort of like game that jumps out at you on the eShop, just try it out, man. Indie games are like addicting.
Yeah.
So, Buick, you know what else is addicting? Was that good? Rate that transition. 1 out of 10.
Well, it depends on what we go into.
You know what else is addicting? Buying accessories for your Nintendo Switch. See, I wanted you to grade me before because I knew it was a week.
Well, so a 6.
Okay, I'll take that. 60.
It's not your worst. Not your worst transition. Yeah, D's passing, right, Pat? That's the attitude. That's the spirit.
Yeah. D's get degrees,
Yeah.
So I want to highlight this. All right, let me know if you can see this guy. Well, let Buick know because I can't see anything. So
it's just you and me, chat.
Should be able to see this now. So there are exclusive Splatoon 3 accessories that I want to highlight. By the way, PlayAsia is one of my favorite websites because you could just buy imported stuff that you can't usually get here. The delivery isn't that crazy either. You're buying things like from Japan usually, and they're not crazy. That's actually where I bought like my Hamlet figure and like
launch it into the sun, dude. That is very cute, Pat.
This one, dude.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That one's cute though.
You can't even
Why don't you lead with Lily, not Hamlet?
Because I gotta win you back. I like winning you back.
Okay.
Let's check out some of this though. This one right here is the Nintendo Switch OLED carrying case and screen protector. Spotify users, I'm going to try my hardest, okay? It is a white case. It is a white case with paint splatters. This looks a lot like the dock that came out.
I was just going to say that, yeah. Looks like the dock.
Okay.
It looks... all the Splatoon stuff looks really cool.
Yeah.
It looks like it's double-sided, or you can get a purple or a yellow one.
Ooh, I didn't even see that. Okay. Ooh, I like the purple one. I like the purple one a little bit better.
Yeah, that's sick. That's cool.
Yeah.
Especially if you have the Splatoon OLED, it'll look so good.
Yeah. So this is $25.99. How are you with cases? Do you have like your set case? You don't, or do you have like 10 cases?
I only have no. I have one case that I got a long time ago when I got my Animal Crossing Switch. I don't have one for my OLED actually. Okay. But I have one from Skull & Co, I believe it's called. Okay. And it comes with like a big grip. So it's like a big, long, like wide grip that's all one piece, and it's super comfortable. It feels like the Pro Controller when you hold it. I have that came with a big case, but it's also like thick. It's like this thick.
Oh,
and
wow.
Like, so it's not like one you can just, you can still like toss it in a backpack or something, but not something as easy as these are going to be. These like slim ones.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about these. So these are Nintendo Switch 24 pocket game card holders. This one is cool looking, man. Like, I love the Splatoon 3.
Yeah, that is cool.
Branding on them. By the way, these are all official, obviously. And yeah, they just carry game cases. Like, does anyone use stuff like this? Would you use stuff like... Well, here's the thing. The cases, like the Switch cases, usually come with little slots.
They have like little slots in there for you to like slide them in. I love that. I love it being in the case already. Carrying an extra thing like this, to me... If I'm 100% honest, as cool as it looks, that is just a surefire way to lose every game you have all at one time.
Yeah.
Oh, I misplaced my Splatoon 3 case. It had every single game I've ever owned in there. 24 games. Could you imagine losing all that in one?
I know.
Leave it on the plane, or who knows?
I mean, it's $12.99. That's not terrible.
No, that's fair, but... $12.99 to lose everything at one time. I feel like I'd lose that.
Yeah. By the way, if you guys have never used PlayAsia, I know this is a lot, but like if you spend $100, you get free shipping. I mean, that's a lot. That's dude. So okay, listen.
That's so much money for free shipping.
No, dude. But I know.
Oh, but it's coming from.
It's coming from Japan.
Shipping's expensive.
And a lot of people buy games on here. Like, you can only buy some physical games on here. And those are like 30, $40 a pop anyway. So if you buy, a couple. By the way, this is not sponsored at all. I just freaking love PlayAsia, and these are cool, and no one's talking about them. This one is interesting. Bewick, if you can't get the official Splatoon 3 Joy-Con, this is what Mom brought home. And
these are the Splatoon Joy-Cons we have at home.
Do we like these? I don't know.
Those look honest. Am I supposed to be honest or nice?
No, honest. I don't want any bull crap.
Okay, those look like
okay. You don't like them at all?
I don't like those. They look kind of tacky to me. And you can see like the Joy-Con through the bottom and stuff. Oh, yeah. I don't like it very much.
I guess that's what they had to do so that you could like hit all the buttons and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, I get it. I don't like them. I mean, maybe they just chose the wrong Joy-Cons to show underneath, but maybe they show that just to show like how it's actually going to sit on your Switch, so you know it's a cover.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like them as much.
I gotta say, I do like the little details with like the squid like spots and stuff. And I mean, it looks cool, but they're not going to sell the special edition Joy-Con by themselves. They're just not
I don't think they are either. Oh, they will on eBay.
Yeah,
resellers for a lot more money.
Yeah, on eBay. Do we have anything else here? We have the Marina and the Pearl plush. Is this new right here? Splatoon 3, it is. This is another case, $22.99. This one's kind of cool. It looks like graffiti.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool. It's got like some street art looking stuff on there. That one's pretty sick.
I like that one quite a bit.
Is that a price tag on it?
That's what I'm saying.
In the design?
Yeah, that's in the design.
Like a barcode. That's cool.
What?
That one looks pretty cool. I like that way better than I like the Joy-Cons.
doesn't show the inside of it, which I think is weird.
The Splatoon stuff, like Splatoon in general, like just the styling of it all looks so good. So when they come out with new stuff like this, it always looks really cool.
Oh, it's great.
Minus those Joy-Con covers.
This is another OLED pouch. I mean,
they're really pushing the OLED accessories, huh? Because they know that Switch is coming with it.
Yep.
Not seeing a lot of this regular Switch stuff.
This one's kind of cool. I really like the squid zippers on there. That's pretty fancy.
Yeah, those are cool.
I gotta say though, anything that has official like the game artwork does nothing for me.
Yeah, I don't like that either. Or like it says Splatoon 3, like their logo. I don't like that. I like stuff like that. Like, I mean, even clothes or anything that I like that's merch-wise, like merch-based kind of stuff. I like subtle, like, if you see me in a black shirt where it has splatters over it and stuff like that and has like the Splatoon writing maybe, but not just say Splatoon. Like, I like that you know what it is and I know what it is, but everybody doesn't know what it is. You know what I mean? Yeah. Where it's like subtle branding, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought I would show you guys that because yeah, they aren't really being, you know, talked about. They'll probably have like some US ones at like Target or something, but you know.
Right. So the thing is like they have a lot of stuff for Splatoon. Do they do that kind of stuff for every single game that comes out? Because that seems like Splatoon being pushed pretty hard.
Oh, they're gonna push it so hard. Like, yeah, it is their competitive shooter game. Like they only have that. I mean, we complained a lot about the lack of AC accessories, but
right,
there was a lot of AC stuff.
There's a lot of AC stuff, but I feel like there's a lot of AC stuff that is like third party more so than a lot of really good Nintendo official stuff for sure.
Target has a lot of AC stuff. I don't know. They're definitely going to push this game. I like when they go all out with games, though. Like, honestly, I know Kirby was, like, only hyped up for, like, a couple weeks. But I would have loved to see more Kirby. Like, it's Kirby's anniversary, too. And we really haven't seen a ton with that.
Yeah, Kirby stuff looks awesome, too. Like I said, that new case and controller that's coming with the Kirby buffet or whatever, those look awesome. They look nice and clean.
Yeah. I need everyone in the chats to put some spicy emotes because we are talking about something that is a developing story. I didn't know there was this much to it.
Pun intended?
Yes. I don't know.
That was a good transition.
That was good. Good.
Speaking of developers,
speaking of developing story, this developer is pissed.
There you go. Let's go.
That was good. That was good.
Talking about it.
That was good. So this I think is so interesting because this story, for us anyway, started last week, okay? And someone in the chat, I believe it was Angela, I don't know, but someone said, hey guys, have you ever heard of Super Zoo's story? And we immediately looked it up, and what did you say to that, Bewick? What were your like first thoughts of Super Zoo's story?
I was like, this is literally Stardew. It's exactly like Stardew, right? Yeah. Except it's dinosaurs and cooler animals and stuff like that.
Yeah. And
direct ripoff of Stardew, I think might have been my exact words.
Direct ripoff. Now, here's the thing. For all the YouTube watchers, I am going to put the Super Zoo story trailer looping, okay? And I want everyone to just let me know what they think. I don't know. What game does this remind you of? And how closely does this game remind you of? Super Zoo story, we looked into it, man. And I got to say, it is very close. It is very, very close to Stardew. Where, like, I'm looking at this game, man, and it looks like a Stardew mod.
Yeah. It's exactly what it looks like. It looks like someone made mods for zoo animals and stuff.
It, like, if I'm like, going back and I'm just, like, looking at my little window there, like, it's Stardew. Look at even the characters when they talk to each other and stuff.
Yeah, the pictures on the side, like everything looks literally ripped right out of Stardew.
And okay, we just talked about indie games, right? We just talked about like the beauty of indie games and stuff like that. And actually, we should have brought another example because that Link's Awakening indie game that I told you about.
Oh my dude,
was even more. Was even more exact.
That one angers me because I actually love Link's Awakening. So that one's like, you piece of crap. That is so... Yep. It's exactly the same game. We should show them that. maybe next week or something.
Yeah. But this to me, I'm looping it, man, on the screen because this is insane. So a lot of people,
Lindsay says, man, they didn't even try to hide it. Like, they're not trying to hide that this is Stardew. They see games, and games do this to an extent, right? Like, look at Dinkum. They took different aspects from different games. They take some aspects from Animal Crossing, some aspects from Stardew, and they throw them together, and then they come up with their own thing. But this is not that. This is not grabbing aspects from Stardew.
Yeah. And okay, so the developing story here, we got to tackle a couple things because first off, people are giving this developer flack. And honestly, like, it's different to like take inspiration from a game and literally take a game. Like, okay, I like your trees. Let me freaking copy them real quick.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are sort of commenting to this developer over on Twitter, and the developer is very active in the comments saying like, hey, okay, we'll change around some stuff. We'll fix some assets, we'll...
Whoa. What?
They're editing their game, like, on the fly. This game isn't out yet. Okay.
That, to me, that screams, oh, no.
You're backpedaling hard.
Yeah, if you're starting to backpedal on the game like that, that means, to me, that you knew exactly what you were doing. There's no way you can make this game and go, oh, my gosh, my game looks just like Stardew. There's no way.
Yeah.
Like, you know what you're doing, so
they're I mean, like, they're commenting back and saying like and I don't want to, like, this isn't exact, I don't want to mince words or anything, but they're like, we're adjusting our game, basically just admitting that they're like changing their game in some way. Now, if the tea wasn't hot yet, it is boiling, Bewick. Because
the tea, Patty.
The creator of Stardew responded. Guys, it is freaking on fire right now. By the way, we have a raid in the chat. Thank you guys so much. The creator of Stardew chimed in on this, and I'm actually surprised here. So let's get off this, and let's pull this exact quote up. And this is from Concerned Ape in a Discord, and he says, hey, well, in general, I've never had an issue with people making games inspired by Stardew Valley. After all, my game was inspired by Harvest Moon, but I do think Super Zoo's story has taken it a little too far. Oh, this is boiling, man. This is boiling. And their attitude about it has rubbed me the wrong way, too. If they actually ripped any of my assets, I am not okay with that at all. Even if they haven't, I think they should take time to come up with their own style. As it is now, it's very confusing to people because it does look so similar that it could be mistaken for my own work.
Dude, think about it for a second. Like, we know how hard it is to come up with a new video idea, which is like come up with 10, 15 minutes of a video, come up with an emote or something as far as that kind of creation goes. This guy came up with an entire game and everything, and then it gets ripped off. Like, that's beyond frustrating. Mm-hmm. And then starts selling it to make a profit, obviously, of your work, essentially.
Yeah. And, like, the people in the chat, like, oh, he's usually super chill. Like, so he's mad. And,
right.
And here's the thing. He's saying in his, like, statement here, not really, it's like a Discord, whatever.
Right.
He was inspired by Harvest Moon, but Buick, look at Harvest Moon and look at Stardew.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not the same.
Like, so it's very, very close, and he should be mad.
It's beyond close, dude. It's literally a Stardew mod that they turn into their own game. Like, it's blatantly ripping him off, and he should be pissed. And this is bad, and it's definitely not a good look for. And the thing is this has to be like made an example of. I feel like because it's only going to inspire more people to. Already, people are making Stardew type games or farming sim type games, so people are already doing this and taking aspects from it and improving and expanding on games like Stardew and stuff like that, which is great. But being able to just rip off like that and get away with it is not a good look and not something that should be a consistent thing that's established, you know?
And you know, here he is, and we think of Stardew now as like a pretty big game, but at one point, you know, it was a small game. They were trying to get their name out there, and he's actually done a good job of updating this game and adding more content and stuff like that. He's gotten it on every major platform, Switch, like everything.
Right.
And you know what? I gotta say, and I don't know how anyone else feels, and I'm not trying to sway you. If you enjoy this game, like, I mean, I guess buy it, but like, this isn't for me anymore. I don't like it.
Right.
I don't like
Which
is
a massive bummer, because I saw this, I was like, okay, I would actually prefer to play something like this. Like this, for my style, I would like if Stardew had these things, but not getting it that way is not how I want to do it. You know what I mean? There's no way I can support that.
Like, it has dinosaurs, it has freaking like penguins and stuff. Like, this is some really cool stuff. But even that beach that's on the screen now, that's a Stardew beach, man.
Yeah,
that's a Stardew beach. And I actually, like, I showed Carlene this game. She's a Stardew super fan, and she's like, man, you know, like, even she like
it looks cool.
It looks cool, but she's like, this is close, man. So yeah, this game is still being developed, and it has come a long way. Actually, I've been following this game ever since last week because I was kind of just interested in this whole story, and they've shown original concept art and then edited, like, you know, enhanced concept art. And the thing is, like, this team, I believe, is from Ukraine, right? So they had like a lot of, you know, obviously difficulties with the war and everything. And I guess the artist doing this is someone who is like learning and getting better and stuff like that. And like, I don't know, man, but like it's like they post all their sprite work, right? So they're like, oh, this is how our panda used to look, and this is our updated panda, and it looks cool. But
okay, but is that them progressing their art, or is that a strat? Is that we're going to blatantly rip this off? Let's show that we started looking like crap. Like, it took me 2 seconds to think of that being a strat, right? Like, there's no way that someone that wants to make a ton of money off something like that is not thinking about stuff like that. Like, let me show this really crappy panda, and then I'm going to show a Stardew panda, and that's what we're going to go with.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. The thing is like, once, and I hate to think that way and assume the worst, but once you see this and then see Stardew and then hear that they're backtracking, you can't help but think, okay, maybe the rest of it is not, it's not by the book. It's not like the right thing. Maybe something sketchy's going on here. Maybe you thought you were going to get away with it and now you're not. I don't know. To me, like, that makes me question everything before the fact, you know? So now that they're backpedaling is even worse.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, when we saw this game last week, I was like, dude, I'm on board.
I was excited. And this isn't my style, really, either.
Because, like,
you know how I feel about Stardew?
Yeah. Like a first glance, you know, it's everything I want. It's cool. It's a unique idea. But now I'm just like, you know what? There's
dinosaurs, dude. I love dinosaurs. Who doesn't grow up loving dinosaurs, dude?
The thing for me is, like, how many farming games are out there? How many different life sim games are out there, man? Like, let's skip it. But, you know, Dinkum's out.
Dinkum's out. We're going full Dinkum. Full fair Dinkum.
Guys, Dinkum hype in the chat. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, this, it's tough because, you know, indie developers, they're a small team and whatever. They're putting a lot of money, you know, into something like this.
It's canceled before it even releases. God, that feels so bad.
And like, I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want you guys to go over there and freaking harass them or anything.
Please don't do anything like that.
But it's just like, we're on the internet, man. Like, you can't release something like this and expect it. Did they really expect Bewick to? Did they want this negative press? Like,
okay, here's the next question, right? Where do they go from here? Where could they possibly go to?
They gotta release it.
No, You can't release that game.
I mean, I think
I don't think he's gonna let them release it. Like, this is not good.
I think what they need to do, maybe they get like some legal people involved and just say like,
that's what I'm worried about. Like, that's gonna have to.
I'm talking about the team. I think the small team needs to get some legal people involved and say, can we do this? Like, can we like?
Right.
I mean, if plagiarism is the thing that's going to get you in trouble, you're right. Like, what do they do from here? They need to rework the entire game.
Right.
And like the art style is that. And now here's the thing. The problem that is like, the big problem here is not like the dinosaur or even really the art style. It's assets in the game. Like even this dirt section right here, there's like little craters. That's Stardew, straight up. So like,
yeah, the UI is all like, it's so blatant. I don't even play Stardew that much, and I know that.
Yeah.
Imagine the like deep-rooted fan that plays this exclusively. Like, they're probably stoked about this too. The people that don't know any better, you know.
And like, the big problem here are the assets. You know, you can't take someone's assets and sell them as your own.
Right.
And Concerned Ape. And I'll just put his statement up if anyone's just coming in or whatever. Bewick, let's say this game absolutely sucks, right? Like visually, we can only say how good of a game it's going to be visually. What if the game is just broken at launch? What if the game is just like a complete mess? There's no content. People are going to look at that game and be like, oh, wait, is this the Stardew guy? Because I don't want to buy the Haunted Chocolatier.
Yeah, like even Gloomgirl says, I thought this was Stardew. Like, people don't really know. Like, we know who Concerned Ape is and all that stuff because we're more involved in stuff like that. But the average everyday person has no idea what one dev from the next. Yeah. You know what I mean? They don't know if it's an indie game. They don't know about stuff like that. So there are a lot of people that like this could really, like, they could get away with this easily.
And Amanda says, unless they give him royalties, I don't even think he wants that. I think he'd rather fight this and have the game pulled than accept money
from
for
that
something.
Statement, from that statement, he's like, they need to change something. That was a very, very nice. That is a nice way to say, you better change this now, or you're gonna hear some more from me for sure. Like, that is.
So I don't know, man. This is gonna be a story to watch because I believe, I don't know, someone maybe check, but like I believe it was like sort of close to launch. Not super close to launch because they're still reworking assets, but like, you know, you have a full trailer there. You have a full game that's looks like it's ready to go. I mean, they're changing up some things, but it's going to be very interesting. If this launches, I think 100% there's legal action taken.
Yeah, I don't see I don't see them getting away with this at all. It's so blatant that it's like, it's brutal. You really hate to see somebody try to get away with that too, because it's so obvious. Yeah, so obvious. They didn't change anything.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I can't wait to see how that pans out, because there's no way that's moving on. No way.
Yeah. If anyone has questions in the chat, let us have it. Bewick has some questions lined up over in Discord. By the way, guys, ask us some questions. We love to answer them. And because this podcast isn't necessarily about Animal Crossing or just Nintendo, the questions could be just about anything. So, Bewick, what do we got?
All right. This is from Big Red in the Discord. Random questions. Besides video games, do you have any other hobbies or collections? My family really likes Legos. What do you got?
Before I answer this, can we just like, people are crazy about Legos. People like Legos go for a lot of money, and like the sets are crazy.
The sets of Legos, like if you want to find a Star Wars set of Legos,
yep,
whoo-wee, that's money.
Yeah.
Money.
As far as collections, I collect some weird stuff. Actually, I do collect physical video games. Like I have a Switch collection. I have a Wii U collection. I have a Wii collection. I have a GameCube collection. You know, so I like my Nintendo. I'm not going like for a crazy amount, but I just collect the games that I like. Besides that, I do collect VHS I know that that's like a weird one.
Whoa.
But I like anything like horror VHS or like, 90s sort of VHS. I also collect vinyls. I like my bands, man. I like my music on vinyl, and I don't collect like a bunch of vinyl, but like I do have some rare, valuable vinyls as well. So like I do like that. And there's like, so okay, Carlene bought me a cassette tape, right? And now I kind of want to get those. I kind of want to collect those, but like besides that, decorations, like holiday decorations. But
do you have anything that plays a cassette tape?
I don't.
Can I see some ones in chat if you've ever actually played a cassette tape personally? You've actually put the cassette in and hit play before. Don't lie to us.
You have.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's been a while. Ones. No way.
And here's the thing. Collecting cassette tapes and VHS, quality-wise, it's dumb. I'm like literally going back in time. No one likes VHS tapes. They like the aesthetic of VHS tapes. But vinyl, everyone loves vinyl, and vinyl is the way to hear your music, man.
Where do you store all your VHS tapes? Those things are huge.
I don't have that much. No, I don't have a ton.
Oh, okay.
But like, yeah, they're in like my.
It's like some like 90s classics.
Yeah. So I'm like, dude, listen, a scary movie on VHS hits so different, man. Try it. You're like, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Do you collect anything?
I have quite a few vinyls myself. I have quite a few guitars. Guitars, I guess, would be a collection.
Okay.
I guess that would go under the hobbies too. I do play guitar pretty much every day. You can literally never have too many guitars, and they're all they cost way too much money.
What, like acoustic, electric, both?
I think I have 4 acoustics and like a smaller, minier one. Do I have it right here? This one's like really tiny.
Okay.
You can tell it's like a much smaller one. So I have like 4 like regular ones, and then one of the smaller ones, and then I have 1 electric.
Okay.
That's about it. As far as collections go, and I have games, physical games too that I keep.
And you said you want to start
like
collecting more of that, right?
What, physical games?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've been buying like I like games like indie games that they don't make physical copies, and then they run the special prints of them and stuff like that.
I love that, dude.
That's super cool to me. Because they're usually like numbered too, so I feel like that's cool to have like a numbered thing. There's like only this many made.
It's so weird to me. Like I think the lowest print I have is maybe like 1,500 for like a game. But dude, think of that number and think of the world. Like that's kind of that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So
yeah. There's not too many, so it's always cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. We kind of went over this one. The Twitter drops for the games. Mm-hmm. Here's one from Megan in the Discord. What was the first game you remember getting excited about growing up, and did you purchase it or receive it as a gift when it came out? This is a tough one. I think I'm going like earliest got to be like Nintendo 64 for me. Something I can actually remember.
But like, were you actually? How did you see that though? Like in a magazine, or like a? Because I was thinking old too, but
I can't remember being like overly excited. Like I can remember being excited. Have you ever played Crackdown?
Yeah, I love Crackdown.
You have played that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
it's wild.
Okay, so me and my cousin were like, I'm pretty sure I skipped school that day. I think my parents let me stay home. I played Crackdown like all day with my cousin. We were stoked for that to come out. That's one game I can remember like, yes, I'm definitely getting this like day of release. And like Halo 2, that was amazing for that to come out. I can remember that being like stoked for that. But as far as like being excited about a game, I remember playing a ton of GoldenEye like with my dad and my brother growing up. That was always like a game we played all the time. Or we played like this old Madden on Sega Genesis. That was a ton of fun.
I'm trying to think of
the Aladdin or Lion King.
Oh my
those
God.
games.
I'm trying to think like a game like I took that question as like, oh my God, I'm seeing this game all over commercials and like I want it.
Right.
I can
Smash.
think of. Oh my God. I think of like, it's a weird one, but Crash Team Racing. I remember seeing that.
Really?
Because I played so many of the Crash games that like this new racing kart game.
Right.
Mind you guys, Nintendo came later in my life, but Crash Team Racing I remember being super excited about. And then two that stick out, Guitar Hero. I was super pumped.
Oh my God, yeah.
Bro, I was looking up videos on YouTube pretending I had a guitar playing like the notes and stuff. So good. And then
Little Patty.
And then the game I think I was the most hyped about was Wii Sports. I was over the moon about Wii Sports.
Really?
Bro, I was fortunate enough to get a Wii at launch, which is the craziest thing. The Wii was like sold out for like a year and a half. And actually my brother's ex-girlfriend worked at Walmart, and
Spicy.
So, she's watching right now. No, I'm kidding. And this old guy, like she worked at Walmart. So this old guy came to customer service and was like, yeah, I bought this Wii for my grandkids, but they don't want it.
Yeah, I bought this Wii for my grandkids.
I bought this Wii and what grandkids don't want a Wii in 06? Like, give me a break.
Heck yeah.
She immediately called my family and she's like, if you want it, get down here now. So we went down there. I knew, that was my Christmas gift. So I knew like what I was getting, but
yeah,
dude, Wii Sports, man.
Dude, do you know what I miss the most about being excited about a game is it only being physical. And you go, and I don't know if you did this, but me and my cousins used to go and literally like go to a GameStop at like 10 o'clock at night and wait. And like sit and wait. Go there
like
even earlier in the day.
Midnight launches?
Yeah, midnight releases were so much fun. Just sit out there and just chill and talk about whatever. Get excited about the games coming out. That was always the most fun for me. I miss being able to do that. That was a ton of fun.
Is there any games right now, and chat can answer this too, is there any game right now that you're like, dude, I cannot wait?
Breath of the Wild 2.
Yeah.
Jeez. I don't know. I'm excited for Splatoon, but I'm not like
counting down the days.
Foaming at the mouth for that, yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Hogwarts Legacy, Breath of the Wild 2.
Okay, if Hogwarts is done really well, that'll be sick.
I think the only game that is gonna do that to me is gonna be AC. Like the next
new AC?
Yeah. Because dude, they're gonna release info trickling. They're gonna release like the name, or in development probably is the first thing we're gonna see. And then it's gonna be like a screenshot and then the name reveal and then like a picture with a new villager. Guys, the next AC in 2025 is gonna be so amazing. Like it's
2025. Oh, God of War. God of War is gonna be sick. That looks amazing.
God of War is gonna be
I don't know if you're a big God of War fan, but that looks amazing.
Not modern God of War, but I do like God of War on the PS2. God of War and God of War 2 or whatever. I was thinking about this. If anyone has questions, by the way, you can ask. I was thinking about this, and I think the next Switch is coming out in 2024. We talked a little bit about this. It's going to be 2024. The next like video game console, like
the next console,
like the next Nintendo, whatever. I think it's gonna be 2024.
Like a Switch Pro,
whatever the next one is. I don't know what it's gonna be.
I can see that. I think what are we, 7 years out right now? A Switch?
Yeah, like that's a long time.
Yeah, we're due.
So
how long in between Xboxes and PlayStations? We get one every year.
I don't know. I have no idea. But here's the thing: if you're watching this closely, right? Everything that Nintendo is putting out goes until like late 2023, or like any of these like major games. All their updates and DLC are going to like 2023. So I think we're going to get the announcement for the console in 2023 and maybe like holiday 2024. We'll see it. I think
I feel like we could just as easily get one next year. Why do you not think we're getting one next year? Breath of the Wild 2 coming out?
Breath of the Wild 2, the Mario Kart course pass. Like
right.
Like what I'm looking at is the next console has to release with a banger. Like Breath of the Wild
2 would be it.
would be it. But do they want to delay it? And like, dude, you have
they've already delayed it 30 times.
Exactly.
Delay it, give me it on a new console. You can have a Switch version and the Switch Pro, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe name it something better than Switch because it's hard to understand. But definitely put it on the Pro or whatever.
Because like I'm looking at everything. You have like the Mario Kart courses going into late 2023. You have Monster Hunter Rise with all their updates going late 2023. You release a brand new console next year
in the middle of all those updates.
That's
like
weird.
But what are they gonna do all next year? Not announce anything with an update?
You'll have your small announcements, and I think a huge tell is going to be you won't see a lot going on. Like you will probably have like a one-off game.
I feel like do you feel like we're in a zone right now where we're seeing a lot going on?
I think there's a lot going on.
You think so?
I think there's a ton going on.
We got 2 main titles, right?
We had some major games come out this year. And we have major games coming out later this year. I think this year, this year is packed, man.
You think so?
This year's so packed.
As far as like...
Bro, we're getting Xenoblade Chronicles 3, which is a major franchise.
Okay.
Splatoon 3. We had Arceus this year. We had Strikers come out. We had Nintendo Switch Sports. We had, Breath of the Wild was coming out, but now it's delayed.
Okay.
Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. That's easily going to sell.
That's big.
That's going to be huge.
I guess I'm not really into Xenoblade.
Isn't there like a Fire Emblem?
Arceus. People didn't say that Arceus was like super full-fledged. Strikers was a flop.
Kirby came out like.
Yeah, I mean,
you have this.
No, I mean like
Kirby
right
games?
now though, like those games came out, right?
Yeah.
But like right now, you don't feel like there's a little bit of like a lull in what's going on. We're not getting direct.
What more do you want, Bewick? What more do you want?
I'm fine.
Bayonetta 3 is coming out. We had Fire Emblem Warriors coming out. And listen, it already came out.
I don't care about either of those games.
And that's the thing. It's very like some years.
It's very like JRPG, like all those games focused.
Yeah.
I'm talking like, I mean, what do we get? Rabbids.
That's
Rabbids, boy.
But Nintendo looks like that and says that's our big Mario game this year.
For the year? That's bad. That's not good.
I mean,
Rabbids?
That's not the Mario game I want. I want Odyssey 2. I want freaking another Mario Party. Like, give us something. But
Odyssey 2, oh my god, that'd be sick.
So, okay, we're looking ahead. We're going back to the looking ahead topic. What game do you think, let's just say 2024 summer, what game do you think launches with it? Do you think it's like a Mario Kart? Do you think they push Breath of the Wild out further? Because they are terrified of putting the next console out. It needs to come out with something, right?
Gosh. What can they even launch it with? What can they launch? I mean, we're probably going to try to get the consoles day one regardless of what the launch title is, right? Like, no question. It doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So
I'll buy it if it just has freaking Pong on it.
Do you think there's any I don't believe this is going to happen at all. Everybody's chanting AC in chat. But with as well as Animal Crossing did, launching the new console with an Animal Crossing would be
huge.
Massive. That would be massive. I don't think they'll do that at all. 0% of me thinks that's happening.
No.
We still have 10 more years till the next Animal Crossing anyways.
I think AC, and I hate saying this, guys. I hate it, but the earliest you're going to get news on the next AC is late 2024, 2025.
Yeah, easily.
Unless
they don't push those out fast at all.
That's true. And like unless they put out some AC, spin-off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like the game came out in 2020, but Happy Home Paradise came out, the next year. So like I go from that. I don't go from 2020. Everyone's going to say, well, 2020, it's been 7 years. No, I go from like the next year because that was a lot of development to put not only the 2.0, but,
Right. Happy Home as well. I mean, if you take Animal Crossing before 2.0 and Happy Home, they're completely different games.
Mm-hmm.
Go look at everybody's islands. It's it's completely different. There's way more to do after that, stuff like that. So that's it. That was a huge expansion. A lot of work went into that for sure.
But the thing that kind of like, I don't think we're getting AC anytime soon. Like, let's all stop.
No.
But like,
yeah.
The only thing that kind of makes me think, because I think 2024, 2025 is soon, but the only reason I say that is because Nintendo's developing for one console now. Whereas back in the day, you had your 3DS and your Wii U. Now we just have one console. So like, your team is focused on one platform, and they would be focused on the newer platform. So that's the only reason why I say that could be a thing. But
so what is your... So going back to launching a new console, what's your dream game they launch that with for you personally? Content, all that out the window. Obviously, dream is Animal Crossing, right?
Yeah.
So just you personally as a fan, what's your dream launch title?
I mean, I don't know, man, because I want to almost say Mario Kart. I think Mario Kart
really
is that's a no-brainer seller. Like, that's such a casual focused game. Like, hey mom, I want the new Mario Kart, and like, you're gonna buy it. Like, I think that's, I mean, obviously it's Animal Crossing, but I don't think you launch with an Animal Crossing. It's kind of weird.
Right.
The only way they launch with an Animal Crossing is if they do something very dumb and make New Horizons Deluxe, which I would hate. I would hate that personally.
Yeah. I'm good with what we have in New Horizons. Like, we need to move to the next one already.
Like, if they made a New Horizons Deluxe with like Happy Home built in, all the 2.0 villagers like built in, and they plan to add waves of DLC to that, like in the future.
Right.
But
I mean, everybody would accept that and be pumped about it, but that's not a launch title.
No, and
this Switch launched with Breath of the Wild, right? Like, that was the only game to play on Switch for a long time.
I mean, you talk about the launch year of Switch. Like, you had Breath of the Wild. You had Mario Kart shortly after that with all expanded stuff. You had a new game in ARMS. Super exciting.
ARMS, bring ARMS back. Give that another shot, dude. That was fun.
Yep.
It was such a unique idea. They need to bring that back.
And you had
Inky and I used to play that.
I love that game. I love that game.
That was a ton of fun.
Splatoon 2 was launched here. That was a huge game. I think Nintendo is going to run into a problem, though, because Smash Bros., that franchise, how do you top that game? How do you top that? You can't.
There's like 487 characters, I think, now. So, like, what are you going to do?
You cannot top that. You're going to have to just port that over forever or restructure the formula. Like, I could definitely see a new Mario Kart, Animal Crossing. You can do anything with that. But, like, Smash Bros., that's a problem right there. And then, like, you're kind of releasing Splatoon 3 late in the game, I feel like, for Switch. So, like, you can't really bring out another Splatoon unless they want to take like a Call of Duty route and release a shooting game every year.
No way. There's no way they're doing that. Nintendo doesn't do like any games like that.
So
do they?
Maybe they launch it. You know what? Maybe this lines up where they launch it with, they do like a N64 type thing and they launch it with a 3D Mario game.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, like an Odyssey 2 type thing or something.
Yeah. I think that'll sell.
Yeah. Oh, people would love that.
Yeah.
Gosh, I don't know. I don't know what I would even pick for that. I will tell you some games I would love to see. We talked about remakes, I think last week maybe, and I would love to get, like I mentioned earlier, GoldenEye remake would be incredible. There's been rumors of that for a long time. I would really love to see them bring Wind Waker.
Ooh, okay.
Wind Waker would be awesome.
I love Wind Waker. It's so
yeah,
good.
I would love to play that.
Now, here's another thing that we haven't talked about yet. The next console, right? If I'm saying 2024, 2025, which is just a guess, by the way. If it's that soon, do you think this thing is backwards compatible? So you can play all your Switch games on there? That would be the move, man.
I don't think the next console is going to be like I actually, not that I don't think, I hope the next console is not very different from the Switch. I really don't want them to go away from this. I love how the Switch is by itself. Being able to switch from handheld
that's a new thing you learned.
To the TV is really convenient.
Holy crap.
But I really hope that they don't do too much to change. So I don't know about backwards compatibility. I think it could end up in a Wii U situation, but I hope they don't do that too, because that wasn't the best, I don't think.
I think, man, that Nintendo is absolutely petrified of the next thing, because like the Switch, arguably, I don't know where we're at in this, but I'm just gonna say that I think Switch has probably the best library of a Nintendo console. Is that a hot take? I don't know. I think that's
Nintendo has the best library out of what?
Or Nintendo Switch has the best library.
Oh.
Like, I feel you get the next console and you're going to be like, I miss Ultimate. I miss Mario Kart. Like, I miss Animal Crossing. Like, you have to really bring it with this next console. Like, Switch has everything, man. Has everything. Has Portal, Bewick. Portal.
Yeah? Don't act like you didn't rip on Portal last week when we talked about it.
That was sarcasm, man.
Okay, sure.
Like, it has so much that you're going to have to bring it.
Yeah. They'll have to bring all those back over to the new one. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, which makes me think like this has to be backwards compatible, but then you run into a new problem where why buy the next console? Like, it has to do something crazy. I think the next step is probably 4K, which is not a big ask.
Yeah, no.
But
I mean, that's never a big ask. 60 frames, 4K, like that's always what everybody wants.
For Nintendo, 60 frames, freaking 4K is like going to the moon. Like, it's difficult for them. So,
well, do you think they add a new gimmick to the next console? They're always doing some kind of gimmick. We had the motion stuff. Wii U had the screen, and the Switch eventually went to the screen with like Joy-Cons and being portable and like an at-home console.
I mean,
do you think they change?
I see. That's like gonna be that's gonna be the big thing, though. Like, I don't know. I don't know, because the gimmick right now is obviously you can switch from portable to, on the TV, but you also have the gimmick. You also have the gimmick that they brought back from the Wii, which is motion control, like with the Joy-Con.
Yeah, it has both. Yeah.
And I look at some of the newer games, and like Nintendo Switch Sports has motion control still. You can kick the ball with your leg. Like, they have Ring Fit. I don't think they want to get away from that. I don't think they want to get away from motion control. I don't think they want to get away from the Switch aspect, which is going to be tough, because you're going to have, parents going into stores or whatever being like, well, which one is the Switch and which one is, like, they're going to be the same thing. So
right.
They're terrified.
I don't think they're going to get rid of motion control. I mean, even Microsoft, like Xbox has motion controls in the controller. PS5 has motion controls in the controller. Granted, they're separate, so it's different because they're like a controller like this and not single-handedly controlling, so it's a little different. But the motion control stuff's not going away anytime soon, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know, man. They seem to be set. Trina says, I have a question for y'all. Several months ago, I bought the original Sims as well as an external drive, and it won't run at all. Please help how to get it work. Asking for a friend. Trina, this is an odd coincidence. I actually was looking this up because I was looking into like, could my computer run Sims or whatever. Just look up like how to run Sims on like Windows 10 or whatever you have, because you have to go through some hoops. You have to like allow it and like make it the admin. I don't know. There's some hoops, but you can do it. You can do it. I want to play the original Sims, dude.
Thank you, Geek Squad.
No problem, sir. Someone said VR. I would hate that. I think Switch VR or Nintendo VR doesn't work. Let's look at Labo, their initial attempt at VR, and it crashed and burned.
I'm over the VR thing. I don't need it. I'm over it.
VR,
it's a fun gimmick to point and laugh at somebody doing VR, and then it's like, all right, I'm over it. Like, I don't need that kind of stuff.
I think VR is like for the tech enthusiast, and that is clearly not Nintendo's market. They're
no.
It's like they're not going to jump on that, guys. They don't even have 4K. They don't even have 60 frames per second. Like we have bigger things to kind of do here. I don't know. My dream console would be just a beefier Switch. Or maybe you go back to 2 models where you have like an impressive console, home console, and then you have a game that could also run those, but like on a dedicated handheld that maybe, plays on 1080, whereas like your home console plays on 4K, and you can kind of choose between that. But like, we don't need the gimmicks. I don't think we need any more gimmicks. Motion control is fine. Switching is fine, but I don't know. Gimmicks for me, like I'm good.
How'd you feel about this game? EJ actually mentioned it earlier, and I snagged it from chat. Animal Crossing Battle Royale, but permadeath for villagers until 15 remain, and then Nintendo's gonna memory wipe. How about that? MIB, Men in Black style.
Animal Crossing murder. Let's talk about it. Listen, they they got rid of Animal Crossing dialogue for being too like insensitive and hurtful, right? You're an idiot. I hate that you didn't get me a bug. And like kids were crying about it. You murder freaking Stitches. That's the end of it, man.
Stuffing came out.
Well, stuffing everywhere. I would love that. Yeah, let's have a freaking Battle Royale Animal Crossing. Amazing stuff. Well, I think that is going to be episode 5. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you over on Spotify for listening to this. And we will be back next week with episode 6. Episode 5, Buick. That's a milestone right there. That's a little
good.
One.
We're good. Halfway to 10.
Yeah, I like that.
We're killing it.
You know what is also a milestone? You know what's also a milestone?
Don't do this to me.
We need hearts in the chat because Buick got 3K. Let's go!
Oh my god, dude, get out of here!
3K for Buick. Oh my god!
I would like to thank Moose. No, but thank you. That's awesome.
No, dude, do your speech, dude. You have
no, I don't have a speech, dude.
Well, you got the camera on you. You got the camera on you.
Oh my god! Thank you guys so much for all the support. It's been awesome moving to YouTube. I really appreciate it. Everybody's been super nice. Pat, you've been super cool. There's been a million creators that have been super cool to me moving over here. I hate you so much, Pat. You're the worst. What are you doing to me? I feel God in this Chili's tonight. You played the music on me? You know I can't hear that.
I was. Dude, it fit perfectly, too. It was so good. Oh, man. Guys, thank you so much. We will see you next week. And
you know what? Go sub to my channel too, since he's gonna do that.
Go sub to Buick, please. Over Saturday, we're gonna have the extra scoop over on Buick's channel. The last the last extra one, we ranked our favorite and least favorite species of villager. So that was amazing. So
yeah.
Thank you
guys. We might have a stream coming up this weekend.
Ooh, of Dinkum.
Be sure to check out Dinkum with us too. We're gonna check that out. For sure.
Double Dinkum stream. All right, thank you guys again. We will see you next week. Peace out, everyone.